I hear conservatives all the time saying that the capitalist model is just the best thing for society. Well, of course they would think that because they're benefiting the most from it. But if I could just beg your indulgence for a moment, I will explain why this model is somewhat flawed. When you establish a capitalist model within a society as we have, then the society's sole purpose becomes capitalizing on anything it can, any way it can, with no regard for the individuals within the society. So, in other words, the society's purpose is to generate financial gain for a select few within the society, rather than prolonging the life of the society as a whole. Because in capitalism, if a business or organization isn't making money, and lots of it, it inevitably dies. So for a capitalist, making money is fundamentally essential for their survival, and thus they will do anything they can to ensure their survival. Well, actually, they'll do anything they can to ensure they're making money. Survival is kind of a byproduct of capitalism. Now, I realize to some degree the capitalist model works. Actually, it works perfectly for what it was intended for, and that's the problem. The capitalist model wasn't designed for everyone in the society. It was only designed for people within the society that possess the tenacity to be a capitalist. It's only good for anyone within the society that's capable of capitalizing on something. And obviously in the real world, this isn't and cannot be everyone. This is something that the far-right conservatives don't understand. Not everyone is wired to recognize a potential profit generator and foresee the necessary steps to capitalize on that potential. But we shouldn't write those people off as unfit for survival just because they don't possess the skills necessary to survive in this particular model. Many people may be skilled at certain trades, but lack the knowledge and ambition to start and run their own business. They may not make very good capitalists, but they do make fantastic whatevers. And so society still benefits as a whole from their survival. Some things are ideal for capitalism. Televisions, for example. If you have a great idea for a flat screen LCD TV and can manufacture and sell it, then you can capitalize on that particular market. But that's a product that was manufactured to make our lives easier. It's not something that's essential to our survival. The demand for the product was created out of the people's want for the product. And that's not the same thing as a need for something. This is my problem with the capitalist model. It blurs the lines between luxury and necessity. What are some things that are essential to our survival and are part of the capitalist system? What about healthcare? Is it not detrimental to a society as a whole when individuals within that society can't receive the health care they need because the capitalist system has demanded a price they can't afford? What about education? Isn't ensuring that the next generation is at the very least as intelligent and educated as the previous generations essential to the survival of our society? What about food production? Water supply? Housing? These are all things that we must have, whether we can afford the capitalist price or not, lest we meet with untimely and probably unpleasant deaths. Well, actually, I don't know that there's such a thing as a pleasant death. Having a big fancy house is not something that's mandatory for our survival. Having a house is, just not a very big one. Having a yacht, or an expensive car, or the finest clothes, or the finest foods, are not things that we need. They're luxuries. Things that if we cannot afford them, we can live without them. These are things that are safe for a capitalist system. It completely baffles me why we as intelligent living creatures, capable of comprehending the importance of necessities and being able to recognize them, would react to that recognition by slapping a ridiculously hefty price tag on those necessities and then depriving anyone within our society that is incapable of paying that price. Conservatives thrive on the notion of survival of the fittest. But in a capitalist society, it's not about survival of the fittest, it's about survival of the richest. Any economist will tell you that it's mathematically impossible for everyone in a society to be rich. So why do we comport ourselves as a society that thinks it is? By definition, the system we have in place is designed to let the richest survive while the poorest die off. It's impossible for everyone to be rich, therefore it's impossible for everyone to have an equal shot at survival. And I can tell you from experience, just because you're poor doesn't mean you're unintelligent. Intelligence breeds survival, not wealth. Like this video, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more thought-provoking videos.